see she's got some hatched already, but there's one just hatching now. And you see how she's been under the brambles by the nettle patch, and she's damaged her feathers quite badly. I haven't been able to find her. I've been looking for her for weeks. We only found her when the chicks started making a noise. I just saw her every morning, and she's very clever. Whenever I tried to follow her, she led me off in a completely different direction. She's been eating every morning, but she's obviously been really hungry because I put 4 little plates of food out for the chicks and she's eaten all of them. Actually, the little fluffy one there, that one was born yesterday. I found that one yesterday. But I think there's a couple more to come. It's very difficult with the frizzle because their wings are very strange. The feathers don't form in the same way. And they do find it quite difficult to hold eggs in and hatch them. But she is very clever at doing it. She clamps her wings to her side because she actually, under the nettle patch, she hadn't made any form of nest. She just sat down in the soil. So I'm surprised she held all the eggs together. She's got about 13, 14 eggs underneath her, but I don't think they're all going to hatch. What she's doing, and if you didn't know this before, is when the chick begins to hatch, like he's hatching now, she is offering words of encouragement. She'll talk to the little chick while it's still in its egg, trying to calm it down, but being new to this, she is a bit worried. You can tell by her voice. Normally a hen would be doing something quite calming, but she's quite disturbed by this noise. It's okay though, she's keeping all the eggs together under her wings. Well, 4 by now, so hopefully she's getting used to it. But it's a painful noise, and it's quite upsetting. When I hear it, I always think there's something wrong, but it's fine. It's just that final little break with the egg. She's getting calmer now. And the chick's voice is getting calmer too. Probably also it's relief at getting out of that egg, because in the final day or so he must be really well cramped into there. So, and of course getting that oxygen into his lung from the outside rather than use his little airspace. So it's all a very strange experience. Oh, hello. You want to see if he's there, if he's okay. Oops. Frizzles make really good mothers, but you've just got to watch this this wing problem. And if this was an unplanned hatch, but if you're planning to hatch with a frizzle, it's a really good idea to make a really deep nest, or to make sure that the hen's made a really deep nest, so that all the eggs, if they do move to the outside, they sort of naturally fall by gravity back to the middle again, back down into the deep nest. So that's what I'd normally do if I was planning it. And also, frizzles do tend to, when they eat less than normal, they do tend to get very brittle feathers, and you'll need to remember that to make sure that the hen is getting enough protein, not just giving it all to the babies, because she's got to build those feathers back up. So make sure, I don't think we're going to have a problem with her because she's a really good eater. So as long as I make sure, if I'm not free ranging them anytime, if they're in a run when we're not there, that they've all got enough food, everything should go well. Ooh, how are you today? You were born yesterday, so you're making a lot of noise already. And you look a bit hungry too. She'll have to get them some more food. So here's Little, he's just come out now, and I think this was his egg. Yeah, he's out, and he's not only is he out, he's actually trying to get to the food already. Oh, I think you're going to take after your mummy, and he's fighting too. So what I'm going to do now is, because she's got this damage to her feathers, I'm going to treat her with some organic virgin coconut oil, just to make them more supple and the skin moist, so that she'll be able to grow her feathers back more quickly. Here you are. And the great thing about using natural products for your skin is that they're edible. So even if she, have you got it on your beak now? So even if she or the chicks eat it, it won't matter. I want to put it on your back. Oh, you don't want me to put it on your back. You want to eat it all. So I just put it on your back. There you are. I think while she's been sitting in those nettles, a cockerel has found her and jumped on her back, because this looks a bit like cockerel damage too. Poor thing. One of my silly young cockerels. But I think also she has damaged herself because she was in brambles, and she hasn't broken the skin, but the feathers have been very dry and broken off. So this will help her to grow. Oh, you want to eat? Hey, you have some more then. There you go. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? She's a great eater, so she's soon going to grow those feathers back. So she's just gone out for a poo, so I thought you'd like to see that from the 4 we started with this morning, we've now got 7. This is the next day, and I was totally wrong, because this little white one, well, creamy silvery one, has just hatched, and she's just, or he's just popped his little head out to see what's going on, and it's number 12. She's just moved. She's just moved the nest just over to the corner of the box. So that's why they're all out, because she's just actually moved herself. So I thought it was an opportunity to show you the whole family. So that's incredible. Hatched in a nettle patch. The Nettle Patch Kids.